Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Antman only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD Living Water is for the living. Get yours today.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsorship.
Antman and his intern Siobhan also bring you so much more than that. Live, local, from Antman HQ Studios every Tuesday and Thursday, starting now.
What's up, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
Another day, another dollar, another week. How's it going?
Doing all right.
Hanging in there?
Hanging in there, yeah.
So, special tribute there for you.
I appreciate that, and I know my family does as well.
So I got that in there last minute, and I figured hopefully Mama can appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. Yeah, I know what it really was. You just wanted to make me cry in air and make me look like a big old baby. Huh?
Yeah, I did. Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. You accomplished your goal.
So we're hanging out live, AntmanVs, and brand new show. And I want to first say hello to everybody out there Thursday night. A very hot Thursday night.
Oh my gosh, like ridiculous. I mean, my boob sweat is sweating. Like, that's some serious heat.
So the whole conversation, well, I guess first and foremost, Siobhan, what do you have to talk about?
Well, I've got a couple of things here. Of course, we have our douchebag criminals, of course. And then beyond that, of course, I have my love stories, because everybody loves those.
Right.
And then a couple of other random things that I found that are interesting. I'm a coffee fan, so I have a story about Death Wish coffee for any of those who are true coffee fans who have ever tried it.
I've never tried it.
You don't drink coffee, though.
I don't.
So I wouldn't expect you to have tried it.
I don't like coffee at all. Like it's I don't understand why you spend $7 or whatever it's stupid is that you guys spend on coffee to flavor it, to flavor the shit out of it. Kill it altogether. And then I don't know, man.
Well,
I don't know. It's lost
that's the thing,
on
though.
me.
Like, it's only crappy coffee that I put creamer and sugar in. If it's good coffee, I drink it black all day long. Like, if it's good coffee, but it's got to be good coffee.
Gives you like an asshole breath taste if you drink coffee.
Well,
I've noticed though that cigarette smoking and coffee drinking both go hand in hand. And I think that's another reason why I probably don't drink coffee. It's because I've never smoked cigarettes.
When I was a smoker, I did used to have my morning coffee and my morning cigarette together. It's kind of a thing. Yeah, it is.
And I've never really been a huge fan. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a motherfucking sucker for Starbucks, dude. I think.
Yeah, you just don't ever get coffee stuff.
No, I don't ever get coffee stuff.
I mean,
get
they do have other
chai
stuff, so.
you know, but the fancy stuff. The fancy stuff is what I just can't. You remembered caramel macchiato, swirled soy, half water, half not, something or other with a
That's not a thing.
With a vin.
That's almost a thing, but not a thing.
You know what I'm talking about, though. Like you go and you get those stupid ass venti
soy,
whatever.
Caramel macchiato,
Dude.
no ice. Yeah, I can like rattle it off like that.
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, because you got to know how to tell them what you want. Because if you say it the wrong way, they're going to give you something other than what you want.
See, I'm glad that I make you do it for me.
You got to learn the lingo. And their app made it a lot easier. I will say that. Their app made it a lot easier because you can see everything listed out of what's in your drink and you can modify what you want and do what you want with it. So it makes it a lot easier because before you'd have to stand there in line. So what all's in that? How's that come?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
now you just boop, boop, boop. Okay, my drink. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So over your left shoulder, but the camera's right shoulder.
It moved.
It
grew
moved.
legs.
It
What the
did.
hell?
So that over there is our Stevie Ray Vaughan edition. Awesome guitar.
Vanna White it.
Vanna White, like buy a vowel it. But that pretty thing over there. So every artist and every musician that comes in and hangs out in the studio, everybody, all of our guests get to sign that. And what we're gonna
If
do.
you walk through the studio door, you must sign it.
And I know people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? I've already been there. How come I?" Well, then we'll bring it to you. The thing is, though,
Or they got to come back.
or they gotta come back. That's even better. We should have like a huge party, a welcome back party. Ugh, crazy. I think
I mean, Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving. There's a couple
right.
options.
There's a couple
A
options.
very merry Ant-Man Christmas. That sounds like a scary thing.
Scary thing. Yeah, like hide your daughters. No, but so we've been hanging out talking about music and doing this thing with AntmanVs for some time now, and we've branched out into the Sunday morning show, and we've been doing that for a couple weeks. What do you think about that, Siobhan? What's your
I
take
like the
on it
morning
so
show.
far?
It's a lot of fun. We get to talk about more than we do here on Thursday nights, and I really enjoy the morning show. And our co-host on the morning show, Josh, he's wonderful. Big old teddy bear that
he's a sweet
he is.
piece of pie. He's a sweet pizza pie right there, as my grandmother would say. No, but he's great, man. He fits in perfectly, and our sponsors love him, man. Raw Designs and Columbus Botanical Depot. ZTP Mag has yet to grab hold of Josh, but I think when they do, Jeremy's gonna grab him and twist him up and try to do a bunch of crazy stuff with him, man. Once he realizes the full potential, it's gonna be crazy. But so we went to a venue today, scoped out a place today.
Yes, we did.
Before the show, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that before the show. We're gonna talk about, we got some brand new Douchebag Criminals. We got some, I don't know, we got a little bit of everything tonight, I think.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm kind of all over the place today with my stories.
I know, but you're always all over the place.
I mean, I try to be. I try to get a little bit of everything, touch on a couple of different things, involve as many people as I can, because everybody joins in for the sex story, because that's just all kinds of fun all the
That's
time.
all kinds of fun. So I'm going to do something a little out of the ordinary. Since we're going to go crazy like this, we might as well just go crazy from the gate. So I'm going to pull something way out. Normally I pull it towards the end of the show, but I'm going to pull it right now. Let's get it. You know what this is. Come on, man.
Oh shit.
Suffocating babies! There we go! You mama! It was sure to stop the streets like an Atlanta! Advice from the white hair! You wanna save the country? Kill all the teenagers! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! I strikes like Richard Pryor's afro on fire. I get Molly Hop, my pentagram is live wired. I'm a liar, I'm a cheat, I'm a filthy-handed thief. Fuck your life! Fuck your beliefs! I'm a dragon! Breathe fire thing! Hands like they're cracking! Your skin starts to blacken! So raise your fist if you'll piss the rabbit's song! Look to the sky and you'll see God is gone! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up! Turn the heat up! Turn the fucking heat up!
it to me to make it right so wrong and turn a blessing into a curse. Burn I'm pretty good till I dream that only happens every day. Still feel you next to me, still hear your whispers in my head. What am I gonna do with this hole in my heart I may never feel again? I could give up right now, run like hell from it all, or rise up through the clouds, break away from the doubt, tear down these stupid walls. No more wasting time, no more hanging on the line. Something's gotta change. It's my choice to make. It's my judgment day. My judgment day. You were my calm in the storm, the call that made it alright. Yeah, you always made sure I came first in your life. Baby, set me aside. My soul is standing on the ledge. Now I'm closing my eyes. Tell me which way to turn. I just want this to end. I could give up right now, run like hell from it all, or rise up through the clouds, break away from the doubt, tear down these stupid walls. No more wasting time, no more hanging on the line. Something's gonna change. It's my choice to make. It's my judgment day. It's my judgment day. I could give up right now, run like hell from it all, or rise up through the clouds, break away from the doubt, tear down these stupid walls. No more wasting time, no more hanging on the line. Something's gotta change. It's my choice to make. It's my judgment day. It's my judgment day.
I love that shit right there.
It's a good song.
Very different. Aaron Stoll.
I like that.
Good stuff. What's going on, fine people?
How y'all doing?
So we're hanging out live, Antman versus my man Matthew O'Connor is in the chat room hanging out with us on YouTube.
How you doing, Matthew?
What's going on, sir?
Nice of you to join us this fine evening.
How be thy? So we're hanging out live, man. Antman versus all the way till 10 o'clock. And normally I'm by myself, or I'm used to being by myself on Thursdays. But this lovely lady
Well-
here is with me.
See, you weren't for a long time, and then I popped a baby out of you-know-where, and that kind of complicated things for a little bit, and I was a little pissy, and, well, specifically after a 3-month period, my baby finally came home, and then I became a little busy.
I have to be honest. You look good in your mommy apparel. I noticed you rocked your mommy apparel this evening.
Yeah, with the services this morning for my grandpa, it was kind of one of those days where I was in clothes all day, and come tonight, my body hurts, and I wanted to relax, and, well, let's be honest, we don't really have a dress code.
No.
As long as the appropriate things are
Well,
covered.
the thing is that we have a show late enough in the evening. Everybody's gone home.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about dealing with, all that fun crap.
Exactly.
So
Thank God, I hate taking my piercings out.
yeah, right.
There's quite a few.
That's all right. I got a couple that I have to take out for the meeting, but it's just because the chairs are uncomfortable.
Hey now.
Anyway, We've been having fun over here doing this thing with Antman Versus, but we've been doing the Sunday morning thing too, and we've also been working with the new company, and we've gotten pretty big pretty fast, and our inbox is filling up pretty fast. I admit I was quite surprised at how fast everything, how fast the inbox was, like boo 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 boo, like.
Yeah, I looked one day and there's like 1, 2 emails. I looked the next day, there's like 60. I'm like, well, shit.
Right. You know, the whole thing about what we're trying to do here is get everybody communicating and under one roof, and trying to get everybody to just screw all the bullshit, man. Like, I found out that, truth be known, that there was a venue in the area that was going to be charged $1,600 just for one little gig to be done there, and a couple of radio spots and this and that. And they wanted to go ahead and get a personality of worth. They're like, if I'm going to spend $1,600 fucking dollars,
right,
I want to get $1,600 fucking dollars worth of kick fucking ass, and
right,
1,600
be
people
your
better
top
show
man.
up. $1,600 people better show up is what I would look at it.
Right.
Like, if I'm a venue owner and I'm looking at it, $1,600, like, damn,
that's some serious promotion.
yeah, and so you expect, you know, whatever. So their response, and their proper response was, well, if I'm spending $1,600, I want your heavy hitter. So I want the heavy hitter, somebody from the show, somebody from the station to come out. They were like, oh, okay. So they were talking about all kinds of how that couldn't happen.
Of course.
But you know, I bet I almost guarantee though, if he would have been talking the money right off the rip, they would have been like, oh, you know, and I don't like it when I hear that local people are getting taken advantage of for certain things, and it doesn't matter how big your following is. I don't care. Look, I don't care how big your dick is in the street. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about people. This is about taking care of local people and taking care of
Yes.
hard-earned people. Like, these people are out there spending, they work 9 to 5 and fantasize about being noon to 9:30, you know, and I don't think it's fucking fair. Like, I just don't think it's fair.
90% of the musicians have a wife and kids at home that they're taking care of, and so they have a 9 to 5 job, and then they do this on the weekends and when they can, and they dedicate all of their extra time that they're not already splitting 3 different ways.
I have to admit how fabulous that guitar looks over your shoulder.
I know, right? Like, I keep getting
Boom.
glimpses of it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing, sexy? Nice to see you.
Right, like, how you doing, you know? And it's like, it's quite interesting. Okay. Anyway, so, and then you got the PP right there.
Yes.
You got the PP with the
but
nice...
the PP isn't in the frame.
No, the PP's not. No, it's not big enough.
No.
The one time I can say that. The PP's not big enough. No, I'm just kidding. Watch. Next week there'll be a huge PP right there above your head. Right there. Yeah, right there. Bing. So, yeah, so...
And what's up to Danielle in the chat room?
Uh-oh.
How you doing, lady?
Uh-oh. Danielle. So, hanging out here, Antman Versus. I want to give a shout-out to my sponsors before we get down to business here. Columbus Botanical Depot, Raw Designs. My man Ryan Woods keeps us looking sexy with all the logos. And my YouTube partner, Rocky X TV, my man Rocky X, and Mrs. Rocky X. Shout-out to both of them as well. And everybody hanging out in the chat room, man. I want to give a shout-out to Matthew and Danielle. And all of the other people 9 other people that are watching. Thank you guys so much, man, for being part of this. It's going to be pretty awesome. Have you noticed?
They're chatty Cathy's tonight, man.
I know. I'm excited. Like, I'm finally like, oh, they want to talk. Ah. So let's get down to business. So have you guys heard about the whole Aaron Hernandez thing now?
I caught a snippet of it today while I was watching the news, but I didn't actually see the story because I had to get ready to come in here to the studio.
So this is quite interesting to me because I I've been following. I'll be a, I'm a Patriots fan. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. You like deflated balls. It's cool.
Hey. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it out here, youngin. So, you know how that went down last year with Aaron Hernandez, and he got his life sentence and he committed
Right.
suicide. So they did an autopsy, and based on his violent outbursts, mood swings, and self-medicating ways, it comes to a little surprise that Aaron Hernandez was suffered from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, basically severe head trauma, and the degenerative brain disease has been most commonly found in football players, obviously, soldiers, and others who have suffered from repeated concussions. Aaron had stage 3 CTE, usually seen in players with a median age of death around 67 years old. And it turns out that Aaron's attorney further comes out with the whole, basically, they filed in the name of Hernandez's daughter, AVL, and it may explain yet hardly excuse Hernandez murdering of Odin Lloyd in 2013, or being charged in 2012 for slaying of Danielle Diabrio, or the other slaying of Safaro for Dado. He beat down the double murder because while there was no disputing that he was in the car the night the drive-by shooting happened, prosecutors couldn't consecutively prove that he was the trigger man. So, I mean, I think it was maybe a matter of rich guy, big guy, football guy, and he didn't win the championship last year, so fuck you. I wonder if it was kind of something like that. Maybe, who knows. But in all seriousness, though, so he did end up, it may also provide insight into why his prison suicide was last spring while serving life sentence for the Lloyd killing. Based on his age, however, the CTE diagnosis that significantly comes as to no surprise. It's a chilling report of just exactly how much trauma a football player can be in. And you think about the Patriots, and you think about winning, and you think about how many times was he concussed, and he went back to the back room and got an injection, or got. Oh, dude, you know.
Yeah, because there's so much pressure put on them to, play and play well and do what they need to for the team to win. Not only by the team and the coaches, but also by the fans and the media and the press. So it's not surprising that they try to act like, oh, no, I'm good. I don't have a concussion. Just give me the shot and send me on my way.
I think at the end of the day, this is going to come down to, I know the NFL's trying to make the game safer, and they're trying to convince young athletes and their parents that it's safe, but I think this is going to kind of go against them. And, Goodell's not going to be able to come out and just be like, well, we come up with this plan that's going to give them, basically it's like a retirement fund for NFL players. And they get a certain pension or a certain amount of money, whatever for that. And they get a certain percentage of their injuries taken care of, or so they say. I wonder how many of them make the big dollar but keep their mouth shut. I don't know. You're a Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah.
So, being a Pittsburgh fan, you know how diehard they are. I mean, Mr. Rape Shoulder. I mean, Mr. Quarterback himself. There.
I mean,
Roethlisberger.
I don't particularly care for him all that much. I mean,
I don't like his attitude. That's all.
He just, when he plays
attitude.
well, he's worth anything, really. But he has his moments. He's been playing for a long time, and I think he's maybe a little worn out.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Hey, so did you hear I don't know if this is gonna make you cringe or not. The Arkansas teacher that allegedly had sex with 4 students, and
Actually,
told teen how good he looked in class.
I saw that story and I considered opening it, but then I figured you might have found it too, so I wanted to see if you did, but I had it in my sidebar just in case.
Man,
Because I didn't get to talk to you before the show. It was one of those
chick,
days.
this chick, I tell ya. So we're gonna talk about her coming up here in a little bit. I think it's gonna be fun to talk about. Hey, you got some Shooter Jennings tickets to give
I
away.
do. Wait, hold on. Ah, they're there.
You got 2 of them,
Yes,
and
we do have 2 of them.
I think this is
and-
gonna be an awesome show. I really do.
Absolutely.
Flashy as shit. I just saw the flash
Yeah,
off
I know.
the ticket.
I totally just blinded
They're
myself.
so hot, like flashy. Like I don't know if you guys could see that in the camera or not, but it just basically
yeah,
went
it's just like, yeah.
like off of her
It,
face.
it makes me think of the what is it, cha-ching, cha-ching or whatever from Cars that the little red one does. My nephew's
the
watched
little
it.
red
I
one.
don't know. He hasn't watched it. He's 14 now, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
way to date yourself.
makes me think. Hey, I'm a mom now. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So just a little bit more about what we got going on here. So if you guys are out there, you want some commercial advertising, you want some web space, you want some ad space, you want to get into the Music Connection where everybody's going to start jumping in here. So next week we're going to start throwing everybody in there. So like photographers, merchants, everybody is like starting Monday, as a matter of fact. I'm so excited. Oh, we've gotten so far. Like it sounded, I probably, to the radio listeners for the show, it probably sounded like I fucking just shit myself. But seriously, like I am so happy. Like, what's going on, Matt? What did he say here? He said, yeah, contact sports, especially football, is infamous for these kind of injuries. Not only are these players getting smashed on the field, but in practice, they are encouraged to go head-to-head. The blows add up. I second that.
Absolutely.
I second that. And I have a knee injury from football that, and I was a wide receiver, and I'm not a big dude, man. Like, here's the ball. Where am I running? That way. All right. That way.
Run.
Never did I anticipate a 278-pound motherfucker being able to catch my little ass, not only by my fucking pads, but by the back, like my scrawny back of my neck. Like, whoop. Where you going, boy? Whoop. You know what I mean? Like, pick me right the fuck up, Like, fuck that. And I got clotheslined, I like this way. So, like, basically they, like, hit me. I was running this way and that way. And fucking Ant-Man doesn't fold that way. That shit hurt like fucking hell. And I remember the coach, like, are you good? Can you play? Are you good? Because we were playing against a rival team. And they're like, are you good? I'm like, no. Fuck no. And they're like, and I remember back when, like, smelling salts was a big deal. So they'd be like, here. Oh, whoa! You're like ready to do, and then you stand up and you're like, oh fuck, and you fall down, Oh man, speaking of falling down, Siobhan, this new venue has an awesome opportunity to not fall down.
Yeah.
There's room to stand,
Absolutely.
and the stage is huge.
It is. It's actually.
I'm not even a musician.
It's probably one of the biggest stages I've seen in a Columbus venue, not bar, in a long time.
30,000 watts.
Yeah, that stage setup is amazing. It's what every musician probably dreams a stage to have.
I know that you play instruments or kind of instruments. Ish. But you got up there on that drum riser. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, that is like drummer heaven.
It's like 8 to 10 feet.
I am
think.
God. Hear me drum. Like it's like that. Yeah. I am.
Yo, look at my dick.
I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Mine's bigger.
Yeah.
It's an impressive setup. I like the idea of it, of having the drum riser so far up above the stage because I think when you're standing in the actual viewing area of the bar, if you will, or where the seats are, depending on how it's set up for the event going on, it's kind of the perfect setup because you can see all of the members of the band, but you can also see the drummer. And a lot of places that's not the case because they try to raise them up, and I give venues credit for that because they do attempt, but I think this is the best attempt I've seen.
Dude,
We'll have to actually see a band playing
yeah.
to know for sure because it may actually be a little too high. Who knows?
right.
But I'm excited to find out.
I'm waiting. I'm excited to see the drummer egos.
Oh yeah.
I
Ego
want
battling.
to find the top egotistical bands in Columbus and just put them on the stage for a minute and see how they sound and be like, if you sound like crap, it's your fault. It's your fault. 'Cause this is awesome. 30,000 watts of in your fucking face. Just
And
whoa.
the way that
How not only XLR cables
Right.
and power cables every 4 feet.
Right. And not only that, but the acoustics of the room, because of the way the room is designed, are so perfect that it's ideal for a venue. Absolutely.
Yep. I can't think of a better thing, and it bugs me. It just bugs me that, local people get hosed like that, or I don't know if that's the word. Like, I don't know, disrespected like that, because you think that the value of $1. I remember when my parents taught me the value of $1.
I don't think it's so much about disrespect. I think it's more about people have done it for so long.
Hey, yo, look at my dick.
A little bit of that. But I think it's a thing of people have accepted that that's what it is for so long because there's not been another option, that they just go, okay, and hand over the money for what they know that they can get. But
You know what
there
kills
are
me?
options.
Yes. And you know
You just
what?
got to know where to find them.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, honestly, I think about it. You really, I got a chance to get this guy's backstory. The owner of the bar was there today, and I'm not used to. I admit, when we go out and we scout these venues and we talk to business and clients and stuff like that, we don't always meet the owner.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might be a manager,
Managers.
sub-manager, whatever. Sometimes it's just, this, hey, I just help him run things. I've heard that a lot. I just help him do this. Like, you don't really hear a title. But we walked in there, and it's funny because you even brought the baby.
I did. I
It
had
was
the
cool
babies
as
today.
shit. That was cool as shit.
My little turd.
So how'd she do?
She did good. For a baby who was pissy because she'd been in a car seat all day.
I thought it was fun. She tried following me around. She was like
Yeah.
crying and whining. She was trying to be involved.
She wanted to be. She's got a thing about being alone, and I don't blame her because she spent 3 months in a box and
Right.
saw random people, semi-random people every day because it wasn't always the same nurse every day. So
Right.
I get it. But mommy can't always hold her and do other things either. So
Well, I mean, I don't blame
and
her.
I
wanna
don't.
see a
I don't
stage two.
understand those like sling thingies they make for babies. Like I can't. I
We
just
should.
can't.
We should. We should
We're
film.
not. No.
We should.
I know where this is going. No.
We should. It was fun watching you bring it into the studio, trying to work it that one day.
No, it's not. It's no. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. So we're hanging out here, and this story that we were talking about coming up in a little bit is going to be the Arkansas teacher. And we're talking about that. What do you got coming up, Siobhan?
The Death Wish coffee, it might actually kill you.
Wait, what?
Yes.
It might actually kill you. And you said you wanted some for Christmas.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any yet, actually. Well, because I found
It's
out
not
about
cheap.
it. Okay, well, yeah, that's the biggest reason I haven't gotten
I
any.
saw it on Ice Road Truckers. That's where I saw
Yeah,
it.
no, I found out about it before that, but it kind of like blew up once it was on there from, I can't remember who it is that drinks it, but yeah, so I don't know. I've wanted to try it. I've talked to people who've actually tried it and said they liked it, but I've never really been able to afford it, and then I get pregnant and I can't have that kind of caffeine. So, yeah.
Get a Papoose
Now I'm kind of
baby backpack.
yes.
A what?
I've heard of them.
I've read about them. I've never seen. I'm gonna have to Google Papoose.
Yeah.
That's just a cool word. Like, how come it's gonna be female related? A Papoose. I'm gonna call somebody a stupid Papoose. They'd be like, "What's that? What's that? What'd you just call me?" That's what's costing me is awesome. Don't be spreading the fear, man.
Just reporting what I read.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I think we'll take some callers. We're gonna pay some bills though. We got a couple commercials that we must play because that's what we have to do. And we're gonna get into something from Grindhouse called Sinner, and this is one of my favorite songs. I'm waiting for the album to just like go to where I can't afford it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting. They are literally like on the cusp of being better than Boba Flags.
They are.
I know I said it. I know
phenomenal
I said
band.
it. I know I said it. I'm sorry, but I've been a huge fan of Boba Flags for a long time. I love those guys. There's nothing, but they're not. They're pretty. They've been around a long time. They're pretty old. And
I've been going to Boba Flex shows since I was 11 years old.
11 years old.
Like 11, 12,
Yeah,
maybe 13. But
I was
yeah.
13 when I saw my first Boba Flex show. 14.
Yeah, I've known Boba Flex and
Yeah.
since like original members and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Street sampler days.
Street Sam, right.
Like, legit, I still have them. And I remind them of that. I'm like, I want you to remember.
Do not forget.
I am
me.
one of the ones who got you there. No, but they don't. That's one thing I do love about them. They never forget their fans.
No, they don't. I love all those guys, man. And I love hanging out with them. I love seeing them. And the last time I saw Marty, I didn't think he listened to the show. I didn't think he listened to me at all. I didn't think he even knew who I was. And he was like, hey, he's like, how's it going, Ant-Man? And I shit my pants. I was like, well, and he was like, seriously though, he's like, how's it going, man? Like, so I just thought I knew him, I really did. I thought I was like, wow, he knows who I am. And, he takes time out to know you and stuff like that. He's like, you need to quit playing that song. And I was like, what song? What song are you talking about, Marty? He goes, you know what song, eh?
Yeah, they hate it.
You know what song.
I do the same thing. Anytime I go to a show, I make sure I get up close and I scream real loud and Warriors and turn the heat up. And
everybody.
I always get the scowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
That's when John Payne's over there with his camera getting the scowl real
the
quick.
big old
And then he
PP.
gets with the big old PP. And then he gets like 1,000 likes on Instagram.
Right.
Son of a bitch. No, he's awesome, man. He is he just did a couple of things, new things with Black Coffee. He shot Ehab. Sexy old Ehab with his hair all flowing
With his
and
luscious locks.
and his luscious locks and his Top Gun sunglasses. So all right, guys. So we're gonna get into this couple bills here, and we're gonna go right quick to our YouTube. Let's see. He also takes time to steal bites of your pizza after a show. Fuck yeah, he does.
Yes.
Yes, he does. I second that, and third that. And fourth that, if he's drunk enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back after this. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ztpmag.com.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab,
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
and you're listening to AntmanVs.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Oh yeah. Good old Grindhouse. Booyah. I love that stuff right there. Sinner. So, I wanted to apologize because the volume was a little low, and now we're really high.
Yay.
Yay! We're really high. Wait a minute.
And we can drink some Death Wish coffee and die.
Yeah. So care to elaborate on that?
So, hold on one second. My computer's trying to make me restart.
No.
I hate that. I always tell it no. I'm always busy doing something. So, truth in advertising has never been so frightening. Coffee company Death Wish is recalling one of its drinks because it might actually cause death. The upstate New York outfit says its 11-ounce nitro cold brew could contain botulism, a harmful food poisoning that can cause weakness, gastrointestinal problems, and yes, death.
Fucking botulism?
According to a press release. What the fuck? So The company was reviewing its manufacturing process when it realized trouble was brewing and decided to put production on ice until it fixes the issue. According to the owner, Mike Brown, we apologize for the inconvenience this may cause our customers and our retail partners, but we believe this is the right precautionary measure to take. And that's what he said in a statement, offering full refunds to anyone who bought a can in the last 60 days. No one has reported getting sick so far.
So far. Like,
Yeah.
how many cans have they sold?
It didn't say, but it's a span of the last 60 days. So, yeah. Probably a lot.
Jesus. Well,
Yeah.
check your bag of coffee, bitches. Damn. That is crazy. I don't even know. See, so I don't even. Matthew, well, on that note, I've got a pack that I'm no longer using, so I'm glad to drop it off to y'all. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's one of those things, like I said, I don't drink coffee. And first of all, how the fuck do you get botulism in fucking coffee? Isn't it a goddamn bean?
I have
Pardon my language. I don't mean to freak
idea.
out. But doesn't it grow in a field?
I mean, I hear you.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, our sweatshop, the children dropped, like, it's like Chipotle. Like, no, but I mean, seriously, though, and you wonder why they charge so much for coffee.
So, you know what's funny, though? When you search, I had to see, when you search botulism right now on Google, the first top stories that come up are the Death Wish coffee, and there's like 3 pictures of it with the cans and stuff that's infected. Yeah, infected. So that sucks for them.
Dude.
Bad marketing now.
It's like Top Gun, like Maverick and Goose going down.
Yeah, but once they get it
Wow.
all cleared up, you know, it'll go away. So.
Yeah, right. Chipotle did the same thing. They just changed some recipes, changed the color of their rice, and was like, we're good. Scrub the floors for 48 hours, and then open up the doors like, oh, look, we got it in 48 hours. We got a new rice recipe, and we got rid of all the Ebola. Check it out. It's going to be great. Oh, and by the way, you can't have your guns here because we don't have any postings, but we like to...
All right, Antman rant.
So, what else you got for us tonight?
So the Marine Corps will actually get its first female infantry officer, which is really kind of a big deal. So it's a historic first in the nearly 250-year history of the Marine Corps. And the woman, who has not yet been identified, is expected to graduate Monday from the grueling infantry officer court, according to the Washington Post. The lieutenant completed live fire drills at 29 Palms, California, the final requirement of the 3-week course that was opened on an experimental basis to women in 2012 and typically has a 25% washout rate. She is expected to lead a platoon of about 40 infantry Marines in a service often regarded as the most resistant to full gender integration in the military. Her class will mark its graduation with a traditional warrior breakfast in Quantico. 3 officials with knowledge of the course told the paper. So, congratulations to her.
Wow. That's intense. You know what? I come from a military family, but they're all men. I've met some of the women that go to like the balls and the dances, and they're more manly than the men. Like, I am for like handshakes for days, and like for real, I'm afraid.
Women only comprise about 7% of the Marine Corps ranks, and that's the smallest percentage out of any of the services.
I bet you that 7% would whoop the shit out of that
like
20%.
Tougher than Ronda Rousey, guarantee it.
Right, like
absolutely.
5
Yeah.
seconds. Here, let me show you something in 3.8.
Right.
So, so that, have you thought about joining the military at all?
You know, when I was younger, I did. I come from a military family on both sides, and so I did when I was younger, but I've had knee issues since I was younger as well, and it was very clear to me with that and scoliosis in my lower back that probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
And although I'm smart, I'm not really all that book smart. I mean, I kind of am, but, you know, not enough to be some kind of like engineer or something where I didn't have to run through the shit.
Speaking of running through shit, so this Arkansas teacher allegedly had sex with 4 students and then told a teen how good he looked in class. And I saw this story, and an Arkansas teacher is facing sexual assault charges after allegedly having sex with 4 students from 2 schools. And this is actually people confirmed. So this isn't like, I saw it on Facebook, it might be true. Like, this chick really did it. And Jesse Goleen, 25, was arrested on Wednesday and charged with first-degree sexual assault. Jail record is posted public, and the authorities allege that she had sexual relations with 4 students over a 3-month period in 2016. Between January and April of last year, she marked the Marked Tree High School teacher allegedly took 2 students back to her Johnsboro apartment on the same day and had sex with them in separate encounters, according to the publication. She faces just sexual assault charges because only 1 student was a minor at the time of the alleged encounters, and the papers all state the proper ages for everybody. But Goleen allegedly told investigators she believed the minor was 18 at the time, but later learned that he was way younger than what he had told her. But isn't that something that I think everybody says when they get busted? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you do hear that a lot. You know, that whole, she told me she was 18 kind of thing.
Like, the whole thing, like, they had several months in succession of, like, investigating her and watching her. They have video of her, and they have a bunch of audio recordings. They even have a few interesting cell phone recordings. So she was placed on administrative leave in May. And Goleen's now deleted Facebook page listed her as an art teacher. Her account also stated that she is married. And 3 of the alleged victims were from the Marked Tree School District, and the other was a student of East Poinsett County School District. And so one of the alleged victims told investigators that Goleen commented how good he looked in class and sent him a photo of herself wearing a thong. Wow. The publication reports that he added that Goleen allegedly texted him that she would like to have sex with him, but he was just too young for her. And Marked Tree police began investigating a teacher in April when a concerned parent threatened to harm Goleen. The parent claimed that Goleen was having sex with multiple students, and it fell on deaf ears. Documents state that the school's principal was in the process of reporting Goleen when she burst into her office crying and, accounting for the outlet. When the principal asked if there was anything that she needed to confess to, Goleen allegedly responded, "I'm not going to lose my husband." And neither Marked Tree or East Poinsett counties immediately responded to a request for comment. Of course.
Right. Of course.
So you're a mom.
I am.
And I know there's parents probably listening and they're going to listen to this. And I'm curious what the parents have to say about this. Now, I know there's some dads that are probably like, "Oh, bro, dude, you're going to score with a hot teacher." Or I would like to think that there are dads that are going to be pissed no matter how hot the teacher is.
Right.
Well, what's your take on it, Siobhan?
See, this is my thing. As a teacher, you should not be sleeping with a student, period. You shouldn't be talking to a student that way. You shouldn't be doing anything of that nature with a student. Now, if you find that you have feelings that way for a student and, say you're their high school teacher, once they've graduated and they're no longer your student, I guess at that point, if you feel it so necessary, then, go and talk to them.
At least make the ages appropriate.
But and see that's the big thing is like age appropriate. But see, I'm kind of one of those people.
How do you stop love though? I mean, how do you like that? There's that huge
age appropriate is a very tricky thing because there's age appropriate per the law, and then there's age appropriate per person, because I think each person has a different definition of what age appropriate actually is.
Fair enough.
Because, you think about it, and like you and your wife, you're a couple of years apart. And now it doesn't seem like that much because, she's 29 and you're 33, right?
34.
34.
Jesus
Okay. Sorry.
Christ.
I'm not your wife. I don't have to know that.
I just turned 34. Oh, God.
But, so
that
that doesn't sound too bad. But if you take it back to when you guys were younger in years, and you start talking about like 9 and what, it's all about the perception of it, I guess.
And Matt, he brings a good point, man. But come on, this is a clear case of lust, not love. Ha, 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 ha. I'm like, yeah, but then you look at the whole situation. So the teacher.
Well, Danielle says maybe they should give people psych evaluations before they become teachers. And I actually don't necessarily disagree with that, because you're teaching my child and you're basically the watcher, the babysitter, if you will, of my child for the day while I'm, making a living and putting a roof over their head. So, yeah, I kind of don't disagree with that now that I'm a mom.
It's funny, like, you say that, like, now that I'm a mom. Like,
because it's not something I necessarily thought about before.
Right.
I mean, I know schools aren't great, but I didn't have children, so I didn't really have to worry because I'm past that point.
Jesus, man. Shit's getting crazy out there. It really is, man. Like, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's been tuning in to us, man, and everybody that's in Mexico and Florida and the southern states, man. We got several relief shows coming up here real soon. And I think it's important to keep in mind, that the importance of family and how for granted sometimes we take things every day, So, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to joke around, and it's fun to, poke fun at certain situations, but there's others that it's really hard to dance around, I guess. And one of those situations would be, when we talk about music scene and we talk about support and we talk about people coming around full circle, I think we're well on our way to creating something for that. And so if there's anybody out there who's interested in being part of that, hit us up. Definitely looking for you guys. AntmanVs at musicfamiliaproductions.com or
Siobhan at musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Yay. So, you have your awesome new email, Siobhan.
I do. I feel all official and shit.
Yeah.
And I have a business number now, and
moving on up.
I'm no longer the intern. I don't even care. I'll do a little dance on camera about that one. Yeah.
That's funny. But we appreciate all your hard work over here. So we got Douchebag Criminals coming up in the tail end of the show.
Yes.
We got a little bit of music coming up here. And let's see here. So I got something right here that I haven't played in a long time. American Pinup, one of my favorites. And we went back. We seen them way back a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago, but I do remember that show.
They haven't. I haven't caught them on tour in our area in quite some time. They haven't been back around. I know they just. I know they're just getting ready to put some new music out there. I've been watching their social media, so I'm hoping for a tour. And
Fingers crossed.
I'm thinking I might just reach out to them and be like, hey, I got a venue you crazy people can play at. I think I might do that. I think I'm gonna. Man, I don't want to get in the middle of the money though.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just be like the
cushion between the pushing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You're a little guy. It's
right,
perfect.
Right. I'll fit in those hard to reach spots. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna get this right here from American Pinup. I love this song. This is called "The Radio." Let's get it.
The concrete's glistening and the glare is awful. You can't see your screen. Some indiscernible song thumps through the window. It just beats, beats, beats. The air is warm and easy and I'm slicing through it. It's too hot for drugs. And I choose violence over peace. You'll choose silence over listening to me. And you turn up the radio. This is like a fire and drowns me out. It don't make a sound. It's just a power that you have to know you have a choose. What else is new? I am scattered out through too many battles out to collect my head. I see clearly that I'm going nowhere. Don't pretend you feel bad. Just give me something I can use. So my idle hands don't take it out on you. And you turn on the radio and this is like a fire and drowns me out. But you don't make a sound. It's just a power that you have to know you have a choose. What else is new? We all see coming. There's nothing we can do. I'll shut my eyes and listen and strive The concrete's glistening and my lungs are dragging. They scrape the ground, but I'm still breathing and I'm still repeating that insufficient sound. And I'll be waiting in your bed. And I'll inherit things that I deserve instead. And I'll turn on the radio and this is like a fire and drowns me out. But I won't make a
it's been a while since I've heard something from them, actually.
Yeah, she got that voice, like, just gets
Love
you
it.
the back of your neck, you know? So what's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much.
So I got some American Horror Story kind of shit for you.
Oh, fun.
So this is really quite weird for me to like read, truthfully. So it turns out this lady, she went alone on the Amazon website, all right, and she shared her fears online, and then she died.
So wait, she shared
She
them?
wrote on Amazon board, like the forum things.
Oh.
I will be killed. And alone on Amazon, and she did this on September 20th. Right here, Emma Kelty received a dire warning as she kayaked solo down the Amazon River. And so I will have my boat stolen, and I will be killed too. Kelty wrote September 10th on Facebook, on her Facebook account, about an upcoming part of her journey. She quoted, "Nice." So right here's her thing, her Facebook post right here. And I had to screenshot it because they took it down. So, in or near Corica, 100 km away, I will have my boat stolen and I will be killed too. Nice. Yeah, it's not clear from the post who issued the warning, but Kelty, determined to complete her journey down the Amazon to the Atlantic Ocean, continued downriver. 3 days later, she was found dead. Kelty, 43, had quit her job as head of the school in England in 2014 to travel. She had early skied solo in the South Pole and hiked 2,600 miles alone across the United States.
Wow.
Her latest goal has been to kayak solo down the Amazon River from its source in the Peruvian Andes to the Atlantic Ocean. So Kelty documented her journey on Facebook, including what turned out to be her final days alone on the Amazon. After posting the alarming warning she had received September 10th, Kelty posted, "Am in the clear, all okay," 2 days later. But a short time later, she posted, "Today started fighting my paddling way through 20 km of storms, got through town no problem, and just took a sigh of relief, and then turned the corner around 50 guys in motorboats with arrows. My face mist have been a picture. Town was uber quiet, too quiet, all good." A few minutes later, she amended it, changed it. "Okay, 30 guys, but either way, that's a lot of folks in one area in boats with arrows and rifles." In her next to last post on September 13th, Kelty wrote that she met 3 lovely locals and slept with 2 kittens next to her tent. Her final post was on September 13th, and it reads, "At 1 a.m., such a dramatic change in one day, but such is the river." And here we go. Every KM is different, and just because one area is bad doesn't mean the next is. So she powered on. Kelty triggered a distress signal later that day, and Brazilian authorities said a band of 7 people approached her camp on an island near the town of Louro Sodre and stole her belongings and shot her twice with a shotgun. They dumped her body in the river. Police arrested 3 people and are searching for the other 4 that were involved. A 17-year-old among them was arrested and told authorities that Kelty had been robbed and murdered. Searchers also are looking for her body in the river. The chief of the Amazonian State Police said the robbers had tried to sell her 2 cell phones, a GoPro camera, and a tablet computer, and were unsuccessful with that. And friends posted tributes to Kelty on her Facebook page. Chris Hall wrote, "What an amazing lady. She had adventures that no normal human being would have ever had." So condolences out there to that family. But that's pretty crazy though, right? To be able to predict your happenings. Like I don't know, like.
But it seems like somebody told her that though, which is even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very, very open-ended. Very, like,
Yeah,
not...
she didn't really give much detail on it.
No. Oh, not much detail. It's after 9 o'clock. Try to give as much detail as I can. It's after 9 o'clock. It's Thursday.
It is.
And you're hanging out with Antman and Siobhan.
Oh, yeah.
And AntmanVs. It's fun. It's fun. I want to give a shout out to everybody hanging out with us. Music Familia, I love you guys. And we are watching the YouTube like crazy. Over 200,000 minutes watched, Siobhan.
It's a lot.
I can't believe people really want to watch us for that fucking...
I know, I didn't feel like I was that entertaining, but apparently I am.
I think it's just you, and it's that guitar.
Yeah. I know, right?
I know. It's fabulous. So, other things that are fabulous. So, what have you had fun with so far, Siobhan, that we've been doing with the radio station? You've kind of upped your role a little bit. You care to talk about it?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a little more on the back end of things now, working with the website and getting things going on there. And I kind of have always had a little bit of a tech side, so, you know, it works.
Kind of just uniquely fell into it. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I walked up on a frustrated Antman one day trying to put things together, and I was like, "Ooh, look, code! I can do that." And he goes, "Well, here, then do it."
Well, like
Pretty much.
I mean, you know, like the thing is, like I have so much to do.
It's true.
I already do so much.
You do.
And
I keep telling you, like, now that I'm no longer the intern, you know, just let me go to it. You know,
Matt,
Let me get it done.
I didn't know this is turning into Goosebumps Hour. Holy shit! I know, right? So I can't wait for Halloween, Siobhan.
Oh, I know. I love Halloween.
We have to figure out. I think Baby Maze should be Baby Groot.
Yeah.
Baby Groot for Halloween.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to know, guys, where's all the fucking hubbub? Like, where's everybody gonna be for Halloween? What's going on in the area? Matt, I know you know. Motherfucker, I know you know.
I know that there's
said
a
that's
whole,
creepy as shit.
Right? Totally. I know that there's a whole bunch of shows going on for Halloween. There always is, but there's a whole bunch this year.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this many shows.
Yeah, I don't
Halloween
know that,
shows. Yeah. Like I know there are people that push it right up until Halloween and are like, I'm gonna do one, and then some don't. But I think all these shows are gonna successfully go off. We're gonna have to hop.
Yeah,
show
we
to
are.
show.
We are definitely.
Oh man.
Yeah. If we're going to be anything efficient, we're going to have to go from show to show.
Danielle Best, that was creepy as shit. Yeah. So you know, I mean, I don't know. I heard about the Halloween show at Voodoo's, and I really, that would be a great test, I think, to see it. They even told me that they have one spot left on the bill, and that I'm responsible for trying to find a band to play it. So if you're a band or an artist, or if you know a band or an artist or anybody that would be good and need an opportunity, this would be that opportunity, I think.
It would.
You know? And so I encourage anybody and everybody.
Need a show.
Yeah. So get a hold of me. Write me an email, AntmanVs@musicfamiliaproductions.com, and let me know you need a damn show. Say, Antman, I need a show. And then just be like, all right, cool, I'll get you a show. Chill out, bro. Like, sit back. God, getting all feisty and shit. Anyway, so we're hanging out here, 9/21. This is Halloween. I can't wait. Yeah.
Still got a little bit though.
Right, we do, but I think
unfortunately
we can start decorating the studio though.
We totally do. I'm the kind of person, I leave Halloween decorations up all year long. Like, if my husband would let me, I got a big, huge inflatable Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. That motherfucker would be in my yard all day, every day if I could. My husband said no. I left him up as long as I could last year.
Your husband said no. That's
yeah,
funny.
I came home one day from work and he was down. I was like, "What happened to Jack?" He goes, "I put him the fuck away." I said, well, damn.
I thought it was like I heard it was like November.
like I said, I left him up as long as I could.
Oh, yeah. And Service of Serpents just got added to the Mushroomhead Halloween show.
Ooh.
So shout out to Service of Serpents for making it to the Mushroomhead Halloween show.
Congrats.
That's
always a fun show.
It's a fun show. It's a hard show to get on.
It is.
Especially this time. Like normally, so kudos to you guys for being able to get out there, man, to catch their attention. So, wow. Ehab! Uh-oh. Fuck. Just tuning in. What's going on, E? My man, E from Black Coffee. Hey, E. So, beautiful photos, man, done by the PP John Payne.
Yes.
In your flowing locks and your Top Gun sunglasses, your aviator sunglasses. Rawr. Anyway, so I'm excited to hang out with you guys, man, and hopefully we can catch you guys for a Sunday Fun Day.
Oh yeah.
I think that's in order for sure. But so anyway, we got Douchebag Criminals coming up in a little bit. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. You guys want to call in and be part of the action? I know you do. 614-916-6372. Join the action. Be part of the action. You guys can call in. We'll open up the phone lines here after a song or two. And so I'll let Siobhan put that phone number in there for you guys. And let's get through 2 songs. We'll open up the phone lines, and we'll hang out with you awesome people. And what's going on, you beautiful person, Ehab? All right, guys. Let's get into this here. Let's see what we got. Let's see, Siobhan. I'm gonna try to do something a little spacey. I don't know. You seem to like Control, so we'll get this right here. This is from The Shift, and this is called Control. Hopefully you like it there, Siobhan.
Last call, it's unfolding. They say what they'll say, it's all the same in their eyes. Why would they just go after? Sound of the sun, someone needs us.
there.
It's a good song. I actually really like how it's got a good upliftingness to it, but it's not too
Right.
I don't know. That's the best I got for
It's
words
not
today.
offensive?
I'm sorry. I'm not very descriptive. My mind's half elsewhere. So,
Yeah, no,
you know.
totally. But during the break, the light changed. It was kind of like the gods like decided
Right?
to shine on the guitar.
The guitar gods.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Like I
don't know how
come
that
back
happened.
I come back from break and the lights on the guitar like accent. Like and it's like
look at me, I'm so pretty.
come sign me. I'm beautiful. I have a bunch of white space. So that's the Stevie Ray Vaughan edition right there. And Ibanez. And you know what Stevie Ray Vaughan edition because it's got the cutout.
Right.
And the cutout is very unique, so I'm told.
I love it.
I think it's great.
It's so sexy.
It is. It's gonna. My goal is to fill it with signatures, and then we're gonna seal it, and seal all the signatures in, and then once it's completely full, maybe we'll like donate it, or we'll do something cool with it, or maybe I'll keep it for myself. I'll probably keep it for myself.
I was going to say, let's be real here.
Yeah.
The studio would probably encourage you to keep it for yourself. Or not really for yourself, but for the studio.
I think, yeah, I think because I came into work one day and it was here. And I was like, yeah, so I thanks, Danielle. Thank you. She's like, that's a sexy guitar. I was like, yeah, you know what? The thing is I'm never going to play it.
No.
It's never going to get played. It's just here now. And I think I don't know. Some fun things for it. Anyway, so we got some horoscopes. We got some tickets to give away, and it's 9:30.
It is.
So how do you want to do this, Siobhan? Your call.
Well, today, normally I read our horoscopes, but today, in honor of my grandfather, I'm going to actually read the Aquarius horoscope because that would be what his was. He was born February 2nd, so he would have been an Aquarius.
Gotcha.
So your cash flow situation is now improving. Life in general is looking a lot more fun, and as from tomorrow, when the sun changes signs, there will be a bounce in your step and a song in your heart. It's all good and may soon be great.
What is your horoscope today?
My horoscope, I've been using my iPad so long, I just tried to touch screen my computer. Yeah. That kind of day.
Give me your horoscopes, chat room, if you're listening.
So mine is the Gemini, of course. And for us Gemini, one of the best times of the year begins tomorrow when the sun moves into the most dynamic area of your chart. One word of warning, you may be eager to make your mark, but don't try to do it all at once. Time is on your side.
Huh.
We are an eager bunch, us Gemini.
We are an eager bunch.
But it's only because we're so self-confident.
This is true. Like when you
And
started,
rightfully so.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It was like when you applied for
Not
this
to,
job. It was quite interesting.
brag or anything.
Right.
We know we got it.
So if you're hanging out and you're listening to the show, man, 614-916-6372. Siobhan will read your horoscope for you, and you can have opportunity to win 2 tickets to the Shooter Jennings show tomorrow. What is it? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, so tomorrow night, man, Shooter Jennings.
Nobody called in for him on the Sunday morning show. I
Yeah.
think it's a little too early, I think was the problem. So
Yeah, I don't know.
we have one. Larry is a Taurus. Let's see here. So you cannot and will not change the opinions of someone who is every bit as stubborn as you are. The only sensible course of action is to accept that different people see the world through different eyes. It does not mean you have to be enemies.
Oh, wow. You got lots of Tauruses in there. Wow. And an Aries. Oh, there you
Aries.
go.
Okay, so Aries, the sun is about to move into the partnership area of your chart. which will help you to heal rifts that have made the atmosphere less than nice in recent weeks. At last, you will be singing from the same song sheet again and not before time.
Oh, can I do it now? Siobhan, can I do it now?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. And thanks, Danielle. Hugs to you, too.
Yay! Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. It's time for Love News with Siobhan.
Yes.
So it's entirely ridiculous how excited you get to play my intro.
Fucking awesome,
to say.
dude. Oh, whatever.
But anyways, so I have a different type of love story for today. This one is a man who slept next to his dead wife's body for 6 days for comfort purposes.
What the shit? What?
Yeah. So a grieving husband slept next to his wife for 6 days after she died, revealed that he was comforted to have her near him. Russell Davison's wife, Wendy, who was 50, was determined to die at home surrounded by their 4 sons when she died after a valiant 10-year battle with cancer. They decided instead of her body being whisked away to a morgue or funeral directors, the family would keep her at home and sit with her in vigil. So speaking to the Daily Mail, the dad said, "There was nothing that upset me about being in a room with her. She looked absolutely beautiful, just as she did in life, radiant." The Derby man added, "It gave my mind time to realize that yes, she was dead, and yes, I did miss her. But it also showed me life had to go on and helped me understand she wasn't coming back so I could start grieving." And Russell is a property landlord, said that while some family members struggled with the idea of being confronted by Wendy's body, most found it comforting as a way to say goodbye. Wendy amazed doctors by living for 10 years after she was first diagnosed with cancer in 2006, just after the couple's 40th birthday party. And it was a joint birthday party. She underwent a hysterectomy but shunned chemotherapy and radiotherapy, instead focused on natural health. So they, according to Russell, lived like monks, cutting out sugar and alcohol, eating only organic whole foods.
You know how freaking hard that is? First and
Oh,
foremost.
Oh, yeah.
How hard that is to cut out all those things.
Right.
Like, and I'm not talking like
Absolutely.
just let me wean out like a cigarette smoking
right.
thing. Like, I'm talking about cut that shit out.
It did work for a little while for them, but the tumor did return, and then 3 years ago she was given 6 months to live. So they decided to tour the world in a caravan, visiting 15 countries across Europe. Their adventure sadly came to an end September last year when the pain forced them to return home to Derby.
Wow.
She wanted to die at home with her husband and her sons, and their faithful dog Elvis. So, yeah, she
Kind of like your mom taking the cat to the funeral service.
Yeah, it's a similar. Yeah. My mom took care of my grandfather for the past couple of years, and her cat and my grandfather became very close. They would sit together on the chair and eat ice cream together and things like that. And so she took the cat to, and I know some people might think it was strange, but he cried from the moment my grandfather went into the hospital until she took him there to see him. He cried all day and all night because he wasn't around. Mm-hmm. And he left and didn't come back. And so my mom let him put his paws up on the casket, and he just sat there and stared at my grandfather. And on the way back home, she said he didn't make a sound. And when he went home, he just kind of laid there and like he understood now. He knew he was gone, and he didn't have to cry for him anymore.
Matt, I didn't forget you, my man. Matt is an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there, Siobhan. But I want to make sure that I got Matt taken care of there.
Oh, well, Aquarius is the first one I read because that's what my grandfather was.
I didn't know if he heard. Yep.
So I can go over it again for you, Matt, real quick, just in case you missed it. Your cash flow situation is now improving. Life in general is looking a lot more fun. And as from tomorrow, when the sun changes signs, there will be a bounce in your step, a song in your heart. It's all good and may soon be great.
Sweet. Thank you, Siobhan.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, so we got about minutes left of the show. We're going to open up the phone line, 614-916-6372. Again, 614-916-6372. Go ahead. You can call into the show. Last 20 minutes of the show. You guys can be part of the action. It'd be fun. And let's see. What else do we have left, Siobhan? Anything else?
I do have one other story that because I try to throw in something about motherhood every show as well, because there are a lot of mothers that listen to the show.
Cool.
Example being Danielle.
I got one too. So.
Okay. Well, there was a mother who chose to give birth to her child instead of having chemotherapy recently, and unfortunately she has passed away. So the baby that was born to a Michigan woman who chose to forego chemotherapy to give birth to her child has died, a relative said Thursday. Sonia Nelson said her niece, Life Lynn DeClain, died Wednesday evening at the University of Michigan Hospital in Ann Arbor. Life's mother, Carrie, died September 9th, 3 days after giving birth to her sixth child. Relatives said Life had been doing better than expected after being born prematurely at 1 pound 4 ounces. They told the Associated Press the baby had good days and bad days at the hospital, but took a turn for the worse this week. We don't have any answers yet, adding that the cards were kind of stacked against her after being born at 24 weeks and 5 days into the pregnancy, and that's about the earliest you can survive. And this touched me because, of course, my daughter was born at 27 weeks and 5 days, and I went into the hospital at about 25 weeks. So that, my condolences to that family for their loss of both the mother and the child. It's a very, very sad thing, and especially with her being already a mother to other children.
Yeah.
And so that's my condolences to that family for sure.
So, I always talk about this subject, and I never really thought I would ever see anything about it, but the UK News, the UK edition of Yahoo News, posted an article today about a brother and sister who accidentally had an incestuous relationship and they've been recognized as legal parents of a baby. And it caught my attention. A brother and sister have been recognized in France as legal parents of a child conceived from their incestuous relationship. And siblings Herve and Rosemary had a baby daughter 8 years ago. They were not aware at the time that they had the same mother. The pair were brought up separately in different foster families, but met by chance in 2006 and began a relationship. They broke up shortly before the birth of their child in 2009, who was raised by her mother since birth. The little girl's father, Herve, officially recognized the baby as his, but just before the mother, Rosemary, went to have before she was born. And so the interesting thing about this is that the Cayenne Court of Appeal decided to retain both Herve and Rosemary as her legal parents, as it was found to be in the best interest of the child, despite this being outlawed by French civil code. And the article goes on like this. 310-2 of the code states that if there's an to marriage between a father and a mother, which includes incest and filiation, has already been established with one parent, it is forbidden to establish filiation with the other parent. But the court made the decision to uphold the ruling of the magistrate's court to retain the civil status of the brother and sister as parents. Following the code would mean that the girl's mother would not be recognized as her parent, and her father was legally recognized before she was. So in the state of France, the father has a better chance most cases than the mother does. Which is interesting because here in the States,
It's
mama wins no matter
time,
what.
yeah.
No matter what.
Not everywhere, but yeah, in most cases it's mother's state. Yeah.
Yep, and the court decided that, that the father had not brought her up. This would not be a suitable course of action for the child, and it could consider to be harmful consequences for the child breaking her up at an age where it could be considered fragile.
Right.
So, I don't know, that's unique in itself, you know?
Definitely.
I really don't. I mean, how does separated, come back together? I mean, still.
I mean, I guess if, yeah. I try to avoid those kind of things because, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those subjects, right?
Right. It's just that kind of, we don't talk about that zone.
All right. We got Douchebag Criminals coming up
We
here
do.
in a little bit, which is going to be fun as hell. I want to give a shout out to Sever It All. I got a song here for you
We
guys.
love you, boys.
And yes. I love those boys. Rock. And so we'll get this right here. Too late. Let's get it. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Antman only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo! Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
I just stabbed the shit out of myself.
Nice job.
Yeah.
What'd you do that for?
I was putting my headphones on. You know, I got the earring right back there, right?
Right.
And I put my headphones on, and it fucking just went poof, and I'm bleeding. Like,
Way to go.
Yeah. Do it right, asshole.
Right.
What's going on, J. Right? What's going on, man? Welcome to the chat room. Welcome to AntmanVs. I want to shout out to everybody that's hanging out with us live in the chat room, man. First and foremost, thank you guys for all your continued support, the artists, musicians, everybody that hangs out with us on a weekly basis. All 5 of you tonight and 5,000 of you tomorrow.
Right, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny because a lot of people are like, man, you don't get any views on your shows. And then I'm like, go back and look at my videos. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh, wait.
well, a lot of our watchers watch, at other points in time.
Yep.
So,
I get a lot of after view.
Yeah,
you know,
it's cool.
But what's funny is like a lot of people sit back and they watch the whole show from start to finish.
Right.
And they're like, I just skip over the music or whatever. I've thought about phasing out the music altogether and just putting in commercial spots for businesses.
Could do that.
Getting a bunch of locals in here and just doing spots for businesses at an affordable rate and being done with it.
Do like the morning show?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that the powers that be would be okay with that.
The thing is, like, and I'll be honest, I'll tell you what it is. Like, before we get into Douchebag Criminals, the reason why we quit doing the flyers is because, like, my bosses got tired of me spending company time to hunt down the flyers for the shows. Like, they were like, all these bands want you to share their flyers, but you have to go hunt their flyers down. You're not getting them. You're making them. So we can't do that. We have to start thinking smart. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Mr. Tyser.
Yes, sir, whatever you say. Yep, whatever you say. So with that being said, we got a bunch of stuff to offer over at musicfamiliaproductions.com. Get in touch with any one of our people over there. Myself, AntmanVs, or Siobhan at musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty awesome.
All official
I wanted to see what it sounded like coming out of my mouth, all official, like, because I know next week we gotta start doing promos for it and all that fun jazz. So we're steps away from this radio station.
I know, right?
It's fun.
It's come together.
Yeah, it's fun, man. So what do you got for Douchebag Criminals, Siobhan?
So our first douchebag criminal tonight is a breast milk chugging nanny. Yeah, so a mom in Taiwan is furious after she caught her nanny drinking her breast milk for not only the first time, but the second time now. Yeah, so the 27-year-old mother of 2 gave birth less than a month before she first caught her nanny guzzling it. Lynn was disturbed, but let the 58-year-old off with a warning. In the future, if my daughter is full, please feed the rest to my son. So all was forgiven but not forgotten, of course. And on September 12th, she noticed that a bottle of milk had been drained suspiciously quick, so she turned to the nanny cam footage. At first, everything seemed fine. The nanny was bottle feeding her 1-month-old. And then the caretaker glared at the security camera and with the baby and bottle in tow moved across the room away from the camera lens. Only she didn't move far enough because she was still in the frame when she proceeded to chug the remainder of the bottle. Yeah, so she confronted the nanny, who admitted that she did it but did not apologize. Lynn told the local news media that the nanny said she had only drunk a little and accused her employer of being ungenerous and mean. According to the Taiwan news, the nanny even sent Lynn a hostile message. The previous mother I worked for let me take her breast milk home, and if the baby had not finished it, she would not make a big deal about it. It really is 1 grain of rice that can feed 100 people. I originally did not want to go to your home anyway. The nanny reportedly also claimed to suffer from anemia, which is, of course, a blood disorder that can cause iron deficiency, and didn't want to waste the milk. Lynn pointed out that the remainder was meant to go to her son, and that doctors advised anemia patients to drink fewer dairy products since calcium makes it more difficult for the body to absorb iron.
Wow.
So Lynn called the social welfare department, which decided that the nanny's behavior wasn't misconduct, just unprofessional, and reportedly the nanny found work at a kindergarten.
What the fuck? So,
Yeah.
Give me your dairy milk. No.
Yeah.
Let's go with an nanny cam footage.
So,
Busted.
you know,
Now you're
those
working
of
for a
you,
school.
Those of you who are breastfeeding mothers, beware of your nanny. She might be drinking your baby's food.
What's going on, Reggie Foster? How's it going, man? We are hanging out live here on AntmanVs and just getting ready to close out the show here. Reggie Foster, first and foremost, man, is a longtime friend of mine, and he just joined the room. Siobhan,
I see that. How you doing?
But we're gonna get his new music in rotation for next week, so you're gonna
Sweet.
check out some of his new stuff. You're gonna love it.
I love new music.
So I do too. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
You're good. So our douchebag criminal of the night, though, is a off-duty cop that was on his way to the strip club, and he allegedly pulled a gun on a cyclist. So a off-duty NYPD sergeant allegedly flew into a road rage fury in Queens early Thursday when a group of about 10 teen bicyclists blocked him from driving up to Scandals in Long Island City. And the kids are saying that the cop waved his gun at them and knocked one to the ground. So the NYPD confirmed that the sergeant, a 12-year veteran, was charged with 3 misdemeanors: menacing, harassment and assault for allegedly punching one of the young bikers hard enough that he fell down, scraping his leg. The officer, who was honored in 2012 for helping rescue 2 young boys from a Queens fire, was given a desk appearance ticket, according to the Queens prosecutors. And sources told the Post that Beamer was driving to the strip joint with a female companion around 3 a.m., and as he approached the club from the Queens Plaza North and 24th Street, the teens blocked his path. The sergeant got out of his car and argued with the kids, the sources alleged. Both sides agree that the argument escalated, but the cop is insisting he never pulled a gun and he only gave one kid a push, while the kids allege that he did pull a gun and struck one of them with his fist. So at some point, police were summoned. Beamer was taken to the 108th precinct, and no gun was recovered, but Beamer was required to turn in his gun in his home and work locker, and yeah.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Like, the world is going to shit. I'm convinced.
And then you saw the whole thing with Trump and his
Oh my God.
Rocket
Man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come on, man. You're supposed to be our president.
I love it. I do.
I mean, really.
Man. So I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, man. Club's Botanical Depot, my man Ryan Woods from Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com. And that's designs with a Z, by the way, DESIGNZ by raw.com. So
Yes.
everybody, because I had some
It's
people
an
be
important
like,
thing.
"What's up with it, bro? Like, I can't find a website." So I'm like, I made sure I elaborated for all your asses. But I don't know, Siobhan, and our YouTube partner, I forgot, Rocky XTV. I didn't see him tonight.
Yeah,
he's pretty busy, I imagine. So my man Rocky XTV over there, my YouTube partner in crime, and Photo Nation AP. I want to give a shout out to my man Dave Sheets. We got some awesome photos coming up soon, Siobhan. I'm gonna make him take pictures of that
very
guitar
excited.
too.
Oh yeah, totally. You should wait though until it's done.
As it
Or
goes.
actually, yeah.
As
You
it
know what? Yeah,
goes.
you should get. Yeah, we should have got a picture before we ever even started it. That way, yeah. I know it was. Yeah, it was too much. Yeah.
I had to sign it. Either I signed it or I plugged it in, and I tried to pretend like I knew what the fuck I was doing. Like, that was really. So I was like, "All right, sign this, please."
Right.
So I got Black Coffee to sign it. I got the man who donated Ace. I got you on there.
It's true.
I believe I even got Ace's wife on
His
there
lady,
too.
yes.
Yeah, I think I got her on there too. So.
Beautiful lady that she is.
So we're looking for new musicians and new artists and new interviews. So if you guys know bands, know people that deserve opportunities, we're going to give it to the people. We're reaching out there to people ourselves, but we also want you guys to spread the word for us because we believe and trust in your guys' word and opinion just as much as our own. So, what do you think, Siobhan?
I'm sorry. I just got a message from one of my friends about a guy that added his infected blood to Pepsi.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah, right. So there's a picture. I wish I could have uploaded it.
So it looks like
this
a
might
douchebag
actually
criminal.
be the new douchebag criminal of the night. So this is the guy who added his infected blood to Pepsi. For the next few weeks, do not drink any Pepsi products. As a worker from the company has added his blood contaminated with HIV. It was shown yesterday on Sky News. Please forward this message to people you care about.
Wow. So we're going to get that message taken
I'm
care
gonna
of.
double check on that, make sure that's current, and we'll throw that up somewhere. Oh, sorry guys, that's my baby alarm.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check and make sure that that's current, and if it is, I'll let you guys know.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
I'll throw it over on the Music Familia Billboard page.
I want to
and,
give a huge shout out to everybody in the chat room tonight, man. We really love you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Matt, Danny, Reggie, Ehab, Carl from Integrated Music Solutions, everybody that's been part of this action, man. We love you guys so much, sincerely. And we should invite all these people to the studio to come hang out with us live.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I tried to do that for my birthday show for 5 hours. I had a bunch of people show
A
up.
lot of people.
There were a lot of people that showed up. But you know how hard it is to do it in 5 hours?
I just checked it, so it is false.
It's false.
It's false. It's a snoop. It's a snoop. But I appreciate the person sending it to me who did because, thanks for looking out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's important.
I was going to say, I didn't see anything on the
drink a
news,
lot
so
of
I
Pepsi,
doubted
too.
it. Yeah, not so much anymore.
No.
But I used to.
All right, so I'm going to give a shout out to all my sponsors, man, everybody else, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining the show. Don't forget, Sunday morning.
What?
8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Come and hang out with us. It's better than church.
It is. Yeah, you can listen to us in church.
It's true. You totally can.
You can take us to church with you.
Just put it in your pocket and listen to us. You don't have to watch us. We're not that entertaining or good to look at,
Bluetooth, baby. Coming, baby. I'm coming.
Absolutely, Reverend. Amen.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Oh, wait. It wasn't the time for that? My bad.
Well, I'm throwing out my Diet Pepsi. Hey, so I don't know if you guys want to stick around. We're going to do a special tribute here for somebody very special to us. He passed away very, very, very suddenly. I want to give thoughts and prayers to Frederick Clayton Grady. And Mama Cam, we love you, and we love your family, and his son Sam, and everybody out there that's tuning from the family. So chill with us as we play this for you.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.